What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Good people, how you doing? How you feeling? It is me, Styles Tino, and we back with another one, man. Y'all seen the thumbnail? We are here to talk about some Stranger Things. All right, this is one of my favorite Netflix shows that came out within the last 10 years now. And listen, whenever a new season pops up, I pop up and I show up. So in this, not to give just a full drawn out little intro because y'all don't need that. But in this video, man, we're gonna talk about some of the things I feel like could be happening within the story and where the story could be headed for season 5. We can get into a little bit of stuff that happened in season 5 so far with the first, I believe, 4 episodes that just came out. And yeah, man, y'all can let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section because we're going to get into it, man. Before I do that, though, make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel. Just stay tuned on that. But let's get into some of the Stranger Things season 5, man. Let me know what y'all thought about it, all right? So get into it. Listen. I feel like it's a few misunderstandings going on, okay? Let's talk about my man Vector, all right? I feel like people... they tend to misunderstand Vecna or Henry. The boy was not born evil. All right, he was not born evil. He pretty much went through some of the same things that Will went through. Because Will is pretty much the guy or the young man who started. From how we look at it, the viewers, all this started with Will. It started before Will, but it's for us started with Will. All right. So listen, with Vecna, if you guys watched the episode, you know that there's a part where Vecna approached a cave where he was chasing Max. Max went to this cave. Vecna stopped before he even got into the entrance and just looked mortified, looked petrified. He looked scared. You could see the little kid, human element come out. And he did not want any parts. Why is that? Why you ask? Well, I had to do some research because I've never saw this play. But there is a play, there's a Stranger Things play called The First Shadow. And basically it's like a prequel to Stranger Things, to the whole universe. And it talks about Henry and what happened to him as a kid. And when he came to Hawkins, because I believe he lived him and his family lived in Nevada. What happened was Henry stumbled upon this cave, walked into it, how all this like equipment that pretty much sent him to what they call Dimension X. And this is where he first encountered the Mind Flayer. All right, so that's where he got his powers from. Got his powers, left the cave. He was missing for I believe 12 hours. And all this is in the stage play. So, if you guys have got a chance to check out the stage play, y'all can hit me up in the comment section. Let me know how was it. If I'm missing some things, let me know how was it. I haven't saw it. So, I'm not a Stranger Things enthusiast, but I just know a little bit. And I'm just here to share my little bit that I know with y'all. So, like I said, he was missing for 12 hours. Got back to his family. He acting all strange. No pun intended. He acting weird, evil. I believe he was going to school, beating on kids. So all this stuff is going on. His family, they looking like, wait a minute, all right, we got to move. We got to leave because, our child is the way parents looking at it, he hanging with the wrong type of crowd. He acting different. So we going to leave, go to a different location. And basically, you know what I'm saying, hopefully, let's give our kid a fresh start. And they moved to Hawkins. And, nothing's changed. He's still, acting weird and all that. So, and then listen, with the Mind Flayer, we know what it did to Will. Okay? When Will was possessed by the Mind Flayer, he was acting all strange. He became cold, manipulative. He was cruel. He just had just some behavior issues. So whatever Henry went through, Will went through. Okay? So that's just to give y'all just a little basic breakdown of what's going on with Henry, Will, Vecna, and just that whole situation, pretty much. Now let's go into Will. All right, Will is pretty much the most important character of this season, and we see that because we've seen the last episode of the last episode thus far when Will pretty much showcased his powers. Will got powers, and pretty much he got those powers because, of course, we seen in the first episode of season 5, we see that they did like a little flashback to where Will was younger, when he was in an upside down place for like a week. He was scared. He was cold. He's being chased by this demigorgon, and pretty much he gets knocked out, falls out of a tree. Demigorgon takes him to Vecna, and Vecna does his thing. Now listen, this thing that Vecna did, I didn't even know this was a thing that people were talking about. Because when I first watched it, I didn't get this. But I'm gonna say this, man. Some of y'all nasty. Y'all just nasty. Just nasty. So Vecna does this thing to where pretty much he's keeping Will connected to the upside down place. But he feeds him, I don't know if it's slugs or whatever, because remember, Will was coughing up slugs the whole nine. But it was keeping him kind of tethered to the upside down place. But the way it was done got some people disgusted. They like, what the hell what is this stranger? Yeah, it's strange. It is. What the hell what is this? Netflix, what y'all doing? So I'm not gonna get into the details of what y'all thought was going on, because I'm not gonna do that. All right. I don't need YouTube down my back like, what the hell are you talking about? If y'all want to learn or know how people are seeing this particular scene, y'all can type it up on Google, YouTube, whatever, and it will explain to y'all. But like I said, some of y'all just nasty, man. Y'all need to get y'all minds out that gutter and just whatever. So anyways, we see, like, Will done been through a lot. I mean, you got the Mind Flayer who, you know what I'm saying, sent him some particles and put some particles in his body. You got Vecna who did the same thing. So, they pretty much was shaping Will up to become like a superhuman in a sense that can control or has control to the upside down place. And I believe this is how they're going to defeat Vecna. This is what I think. I believe it's gonna be Will, 11, and Kylie, which is, I guess you can call her 11's sister, in a sense, because they all got the same type of powers. Only difference is Kylie, and 11, they can do things in the physical world, where Will, he can do it within, other dimension, upside down place. So I think that's how that's gonna go. But we're gonna see. I don't know. Just to be true, I don't have no inside source at all, because I'm just a little YouTube channel. But this is what I think is gonna happen. All right, let's get to Kaylee. All right, why do Kaylee matter? Why do Kaylee matter? If you're asking yourself, why do she matter? Well, she returning. We ain't seen Kaylee since what, season 2, I believe, and you know what I'm saying. She's the only other person with these psychic abilities. He got this psychic powerhouse besides 11 and Henry. She can create illusions, okay? And that might be pretty much what can protect the kids from Vecna's mental place that he can send the kids. Because Vecna, he wants to gather like 12 kids because he feel like kids, their brains is pretty much, they're innocent, whatever. And he feeds on that. That's what he told Will. You know what I'm saying? He told Will, like, you're weak. You can't do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna let you live your little weak ass life. And I'm about to go back home. And that's when Will was like, nah. And we kind of seen little remnants and elements of that when we seen Will could see through the Demigorgon's eyes and all that. And we knew that something was coming. I didn't know that was coming, but we knew something was coming. So that's that. So yeah, I believe, like I said, with Kaylee, with all the powers that she can possessed and everything. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna get even more information of why they was keeping her. You know, the military, they always want to do something because they feel like that can be a weapon that we can use for our enemies when we go to war. So possibly they want to do the same thing with 11. They want to capture 11, study her, and possibly, you know what I'm saying, see if they can use her and she can be a benefit to the the U.S. Military. They always being selfish, man. Just selfish. Y'all nasty and they just selfish. Anyways, moving forward, the 12 kids. 12 kids. Now, like I said, Vecna, he wants to kidnap these 12 kids. He feel like children's minds are more sensitive. They're easier to link to other dimensions. Brenner knew this, and Vecna knows it. And pretty much he's just using the 12 kids as psychic amplifiers, all right, to power and to have like a massive dimensional opening. That's how I look at it. That's how I see it. Plus, if you look at the number 12, all right, so number 12 shows a lot in just ritualistic and structural energy patterns, and it ties directly into the wormhole theory that was showcased in the show. If you watch the show, they do have a wormhole theory that we will get into. All right, let's talk about that little fleshy, nasty ass wall. Y'all seen the wall? Nasty. Like it's look like it look like I'm not gonna say what it look like, but it's just nasty. All right. Now Dustin. Dustin realized that the upside down is surrounded by a perfect circle of fleshy material. All right. And the center of that is Hawkins' lab. So within that little fleshy material, you got Hawkins' lab. All right. The upside down formed, I think around like 1979. This is where now I'm not sure, y'all can fact check me on this one, but I believe this is where 11, when they was having her in a tub, and I believe she pretty much opened up that portal. It's not a full world, but it's just it's a portal. It's a it's surrounded by Hawkins. So you could say it's pretty much as big as Hawkins. Now I do think Dimension X, that's a whole nother thing. I believe Dimension X is a whole nother thing. Dimension X holds like where like the biggest threat is at. I believe that's what the mind flare. But we gonna see, man. It does contain Dimension X energy because it's all somewhat connected. But we gonna see. Okay. Now, what is Vecna's actual goal? What is his goal? You ask. I ask. Well, I don't think Vecna wants to open just a basic little portal like he did before. I think he wants the entire wall. I think he wants the entire wall around the upside down to collapse. So Dimension X, which is the biggest, the big world, to straight up just spill into Hawkins and the whole like wormhole. Y'all follow me? So this is why he want to get the 12 psychic kids, the hive mind, the weakened membrane, Will's connection, and the energy of Dimension X. Because basically, he is trying to bring through something massive. So this is why Vecna may not be the final villain. I believe that he may be opening up the door for the real villain. And we gonna see. We gonna see. So this is pretty much what leads me to what can happen in episode 8, which is the last episode. I think what's gonna happen is I think the biggest fight is gonna hit the world. It's gonna hit it's gonna hit the physical world. I think Dimension X possibly is gonna flood Hawkins. I think Vecna, he gonna step through again with the 12 kids powering him like a machine. That's gonna give him even more energy. And I think he gonna like just be just this big ass giant creature that's just gonna be crossing over to take over. To take over the world as the brain was saying peak in the brain. So I think the final battle, I believe it's going to be 11. I believe it's going to be Will fighting Vecna in the hive. Fitz going to have possibly because he can connect to the upside down place. I think Kylie is going to be creating maybe illusions to shield the group to help. I think Holly is going to help Max keep her mental straight so she can return back to the physical world because y'all seen Max, she was almost there. You know, they had the Kate Bush song playing, and she was almost there. Listen, the power of music, man. This is why SG, not to stray away from the topic, but this is why SG, you know, why I reacted the way I reacted because I had never heard SG before. When I heard it, I'm like, man, this is dope. And apparently y'all think it's dope too. That's why y'all give me all these suggestions, which we're gonna get to. But anyways, the power of music. So she was almost there. I think that by Matt's being there, how long Matt's been in Vecna's prison? Maybe a year, a few months, I don't know. But I think that it's gonna end up with the whole gang doing a part to fight these creatures and to defend, the physical world from the upside down / Dimension X / Henry, Vecna, and the Mind Flayer. I think this is what's gonna happen, man. So again, that's pretty much just my whole take on it. Like I said, if you guys have not got the chance to check out the season, well, the volume 1 from the season, check it out. I mean, you got some people who don't like it. I was reading Cosmic Book News. They didn't care for it, so I'll link that link in the description if you guys want to read that. They didn't like it, but y'all can go into that and read it and tell me what y'all think about it, man. And what y'all think about my little theory? Do y'all think that my theory is? Did y'all even understand my theory for one? But if you did understand, do y'all think my theory is accurate? Do y'all think it could be going in that direction? What y'all think? Have y'all got the chance to check out the stage play, which I have not? And I don't think I will. I could, but I don't know. If it comes to Detroit, if it comes to Michigan, and you know what I'm saying, and we can see. I'll see. I mean, it's something. Like I said, I do like Stranger Things. I'm looking forward to the future side shows like the cartoon that's coming. So again, man, what y'all think about the season so far? Did y'all like it? Do y'all think it's a bit underwhelming? How y'all think about Holly? Holly got a big mouth. Like when she when she yelled out breakfast, it kind of creeped me out a little bit. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I knew something. I knew they was gonna do something with her. And the thing with her, she like what, 14? She looked like she about 14. But once she's just a baby, like a little 4-year-old girl, like in the last season. So what's going on with this time jump? It's 1987. I don't know, man. It's a lot of stuff that we can talk about, but I'm not gonna get into all that. This video already is going towards 20 minutes. I didn't want it to be that long. But again, hit me up in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all thought about it. And I'll see y'all soon. Peace.